Hi guys. This might be annoyingly wobbly to watch. I may never actually post this video. But I'm out for a walk and I thought that I might as well just make a really quick video while I'm at it. Because I was up this way yesterday. Well, so just for some context, what you're looking at is a mountain range called Mish. Our house is pretty close to here, and the bottom part of it is, as you can see, covered in snow this morning. Well, it's actually about midday now, so I've come up here again the second day in a row to see the snow, and yeah, it's just absolutely stunning. We don't get a lot of snow here in Kerry because it's very mild in the winter. You wouldn't think it in the summer when it's also sort of vaguely mild and damp and humid in a bad way. But it means in the winter that we don't really get much frost or snow, not down at this level anyway, but up in the mountains, because they're fairly high, we do get snow up there. It's very beautiful to look at, as you can see. So yeah, yesterday I was up here, there was no snow in the mountains. There hasn't been the whole time we've been here. We arrived and there was snow on the mountain the day we arrived, and then it rained a lot and that was the end of the snow. But then over the night it rained and rained and rained over the house, but obviously that rain translated into snow on the higher peaks. So yeah, I'm back up again here today, and yesterday I was walking in exactly this spot and I was thinking about my beliefs. I don't know if anybody else ever does this. This is something I do a lot. Maybe it's part of why I'm a writer, but I often imagine kind of imaginary conversations. Like, it's not really a conscious thing. I just find myself having imaginary conversations with various people, which I don't know if that sounds strange or if it's something that everyone does, but it's something that I do a lot. Imaginary conversation scenarios, they just kind of arise spontaneously in my head. And in my imaginary conversation I was talking about belief in the context of religion and, you know, what my beliefs are. You know, I was asked, what do you believe in? Oh, I think I might have to pause while I get around this particularly muddy patch. You gonna bath first again now? Okay. So I was talking about my beliefs. And I mean, this is something I have probably gone on about ad nauseum on the channel, about how on one level I really don't have any beliefs. It's which is maybe a very facetious thing to say, because of course I inevitably have certain beliefs that are ingrained through my socialization, and there's not a lot I can do about that. But when it comes to sort of religious beliefs, it's a complicated topic, which I don't think I'm not gonna start unpacking that right now. But the only thing, like boiling it down to a simple kind of conversation, to a simple answer to a simple question, although there's never really anything simple about discussing religion or faith, is there? Oh, more mud. Okay, bear with me. This is the kind of fun that sheep droppings. Hooray, I might need to put the phone away while I do this because it's going to get very wobbly and I'm kind of terrified of dropping it. Ah, no, we'll get away with it. So, the only answer I could really actually come up with that was, and sorry about the crazy camera work here, guys. Maybe I'll just like pause so I can delete this out if I so wish. Ah, more mud. I should have gone on further. Okay, we'll go back. This is also just an insight into life in West Kerry. You go for a walk and this is what you come up against. Muddy terrain and sheep droppings. Lots of water underfoot. So, the only answer I could come up with that was in any way truthful was, I believe in the universe. I believe in what I can see and experience. And by saying that, I'm not really making any statements about any hard and fast rules of what the nature of this reality is that I'm experiencing, but that's all I can believe in, is my experience. My subjective experience of existence. And that in itself... I'm very tame today. Hi. But that in itself is beautiful. It might sound nihilistic, and in some ways maybe it is, but it's all about how I see that universe. And the question of whether or not I believe in something like God is kind of answered through that, because to many perspectives, no. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in a personal God. I don't believe in anything that most people would probably, that a lot of people would describe as God. I don't believe in an Abrahamic God. But my faith in the universe, my belief in the universe goes beyond just what I can experience, or my experience of it has led me to a faith in something beyond this perceivable universe. So I guess that's where the faith kicks in. I have faith in something beyond, and that might just be an infinity of similar universes, kind of like fractals or Russian dolls, just going outward infinitely and inward infinitely. And again, perhaps that might sound nihilistic, that there's nothing, to me there's nothing necessarily out there that is of another substance, because I don't see any evidence for it. It's not something I necessarily believe in. It's not something that makes sense to me, to believe that there would be a God or another kind of realm out there that is of a different substance to what we experience in this one. But an infinity of a fractal multiverse, that for whatever reason does make sense to me. And when I start to think about that, when I really think about the implications of that, when I think about the scope of this universe and the intricacies of it, and when I think about the extent of our consciousness and self-awareness as such tiny parts of this one universe, then an infinite fractal Russian doll universe, when you think about the possibilities of that, starts to look an awful lot like something that you might call God. And therein lies the crux of my pantheism, I suppose. So, I don't think any of this is anything particularly new that I'm sharing to the channel, but I just felt called to put it that way today, and maybe I've expressed it slightly differently to how I have before. And hopefully you've enjoyed coming along with me on this section of my walk. I was hoping that we might be climbing. We are climbing on this section of the path. So I came from where the trees are down there, and I am higher up, but because of the way the path is curving, I can see less of the mountain now than when I started. I might keep going a bit more and see. I don't think that's going to rectify itself though, because the mountain kind of slopes upwards from here, so it's cutting off my view, which is kind of disappointing. I've never actually gone this far before in this path. It's going to be a wonderful view on the way back though. So yeah, I just really wanted to share that with you because I felt like sharing it with somebody, and there's no one here with me right now, and certainly nobody around who might appreciate those thoughts or resonate with them. But being out here in a place like this, it really awakens that kind of thinking in me. It kind of reminds me of why I'm studying religion in the first place, what it is that I see in religion, what it is that I want to get out of it, and what kinds of experiences have led me to think of myself as being religious and to seek that in my life. And it's exactly this kind of experience that I'm having today. You know, out here in the winter, looking up at the snowy mountain and feeling sort of simultaneously very small and vast. Like feeling infinitely tiny and yet as large as the universe. So yeah, I hope you've all had a really nice solstice Yule period, whatever you've been up to. And I've been a little quieter than I had been hoping. Why is that sheep hopping up and down? Okay. I've been a little quieter than I've been hoping, but I'm glad to get this video shot today. I'm pretty sure I will actually edit this and post it. Just to break my silence a bit before I get back to Edinburgh and get back to my normal recording. I would turn the camera on me, but I would have to switch to the front camera, and also I'm feeling a little bit of a mess. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure that I want to immortalize myself on camera in this moment. But anyway, yes, all of that, I hope that you've been having some transpersonal moments of yourselves in the last while. I find this time of year to be good for that. It's a still kind of year, I think, that makes for good contemplation. So yeah, I look forward to talking to you again, probably back in Edinburgh. And take care, and many blessings.